is a home decor tips and tricks and hacks kind of video. Now when we did our house tour, a lot of you asked me to do like a detailed decor video about how we decorated the house and things like that. Honest confession, my sister Anaita pretty much helped us with the whole thing and a lot of these are her ideas. When we started, we were kind of lost and overwhelmed because this was just like all white walls and nothing here, and then we had to do up the whole place. These are some tips and tricks that we kind of learned as we were decorating our home, and I think you will find them helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make this more casual, more candid, and I'm going to use my vlog camera as I take you to different sections of the house and talk about the decor and our thought process behind it and some tips and tricks for you guys. So tip number one is maybe paint one wall a color that you like. So you see the wall behind me, the yellow wall. It was not yellow, it was white, just like this. And what we did was we actually put in the shelf as well. The top shelf didn't exist, so they put in the shelf and then painted the whole wall yellow. And we also have different accents of yellow around the house. Let me show you around. Our yellow accent starts from here, goes all the way across this way to that corner, and then we have it on that wall, which is our central wall. So it's just like a nice bright pop of color. You can see how it just changes the whole room. And here, now this is where we have our little electrical box. So when you look at it like this, you think, oh, not so bad. But let me show you guys what's inside. Ew. So yeah, we kind of covered it up with yellow. And this is really interesting. I haven't put in pictures yet, but we just got the painter to paint this yellow as well because the frame was really ugly. It was a different color and it didn't really match, but we had it. So we just got them to paint it the same color as this and this, so that there's like a story going on. So we picked yellow because we both like yellow. We wanted something bright and something poppy and cheerful, because like the rest of the living room is all white, so we thought yellow would go well with that. Tip number 2 is color coordinating books. Now I did not know this was a thing, and I didn't realize it was a thing until I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks cool. So we have color coordinated books in lots of pockets of the house. So here you can see the pinks and reds, the whites, black, and then here again you have the blacks. And we have some blues here with this little blue corner of ours. Even this shelf is kind of color coordinated. You have the whites here, then you have like the orange, red, pink family here. So basically what it does is when you look at it from far, it just looks like blocks of color. Like you can see this looks like a pink, red block, black block here, white block here. So it just adds like chunks of color everywhere, which looks really interesting when you have like a whole wall like this. Now everything does not need to match. Okay, so a lot of us think, okay, let me match this to this, let me match this to that, let me match that to that. But sometimes it's good to have mismatched things, and I think that really adds more character and tells a different story. So our dining table, again, totally mismatched from different places. So this is our dining table. Again, the table is from a different space. This chair we bought from Bombay. The rest of these are from Rajasthan. But again, everything is mismatched. Not one chair is the same. But I feel like it adds so much more character to the table than just getting a set of chairs. We also have this, which is a really old desk and chair, which was in my family. And then we have these really cool quirky prints which we just printed off the net, except for this one. Web have actually sketched this one. So yeah, just like a unique, fun, pineapple. You guys know I love pineapples. Then we have Be the Good giraffes, because Web loves giraffes. And then these were just some unique pictures that we got. So it's a nice blend of like old and new. So you can see the bedside tables in our bedroom are mismatched. So there's that one and there's that one. I will go closer so you guys can see. So this one has a bit of a cabinet-y feel, and the other one has just drawers. Get some conversation starters. Now, what do I mean by a conversation starter? It's an interesting piece that tells a story or that starts a conversation where someone sees it and they're like, oh, wow, this is cool, and then you're like, oh, I got this from there, or this is by this artist. It's a piece that stands out and it has a story. Let me show you some. Okay, so in terms of conversation starters, we have a lot in our house. I am going to show you some of them. Number one is this guy. Okay, so we've got this elephant from Pattaya, and it's by an artist that does this work. Everyone who's come in has said, oh my god, like, where's this from? This is so unique, it's so different, and it's really, really poppy. So when you look at the whole cabinet and the book rack, it really stands out. Like when you look at this really stands out. Now this is really interesting because it came with a press kit and we just randomly placed it here. The reason why I think it's interesting is because it reminds us of our childhood. So there's Fatafat, there's Phantom cigarettes, Fusion gum, and all this candy that we ate as kids. And I feel like anyone who walks in here who was a kid in the 90s is going to relate to this and be like, oh my god. So this is a new addition that just came with one of the press kits, but we thought was so cool that we put it out in our living room. Then this is my favorite. It's a table that opens up and has like curios that I've collected over the years, some stuff that belongs to my grandparents, really old stuff, and everything tells a story. So lots of unique pieces in here. We have that which was my mother's father's, this box which was my dad's father's. This is like a random mehndi print thing. This cross I bought on one of my trips somewhere. That is from Jerusalem. A friend got that for us. So it's from one of my trips. This prayer wheel is from a trip to Bhutan when I was 12 years old. That's from a trip to Agra. This is just some random decor piece that we have. Then there's the compass that came with something. This is from one of Weber's trips. Good luck charm someone gave us. And this is the box that Weber used to propose in New York. And yeah, my ring was actually in this box when he popped the question. So yeah, everything is special and it tells a story and it's all very sentimental and it kind of reflects who we are. On that, we go to that. Now he is pretty much the star of our living room. I always say that. Just look at him. Looks so grand. I had this in my great aunt's house. It's actually one of those old school phones that used to dial like this. Like we actually had these in my house and I kept it all these years and now it has a place in our house. Hello. Or it could even be something small like these cute little door stoppers that I got from Sri Lanka. Look at these. Okay, so there are lots of other conversation starters as well in our house, but I felt like these were the coolest ones, which is why I showed you these. So I think you get the drift. This is what I mean, that it has to be something that strikes the conversation, something that has an interesting story, and something that looks unique. Plants add so much character to your home. It's like having living things around the house other than people. And I've always been a plants person. Like I just love to, like, maybe, you know, when you sit down and you look at plants, we have a lot of plants outside our house, some in our house. Our window is full of plants. So we have these with like cool ceramic pots here with our stag. Hello friend. And we also have this guy who's always on our dining table. And we have one more there, which we just got. Removable upholstery is a must when you're buying furniture. Now, you know, you might not think that this is a big deal, but like, especially when you have a house with maybe kids or pets and things like that, and you know, people stain the couch all the time, or you're clumsy. I am really clumsy. I'm always spilling stuff. You want to have furniture that you can like unzip and just take out, throw into the washing machine like once a month maybe, to keep it fresh and alive looking, as opposed to furniture that cannot be cleaned like that and you have to just vacuum or reupholster. I have both. So this is our main seating area. We didn't really want to do a couch kind of a scene. We wanted to do something different. So we have this, which is the floor seating, which has the removable upholstery, and this doesn't have the removable upholstery. So if you look at this, if we were to stain this or something, we would have a problem, which is why we got printed upholstery. Now that's another tip you want to keep in mind, because it's harder to spot a stain. Like if that got stained, you'd spot a stain. If this gets stained, it'll get hidden. So yeah, if you don't have removable upholstery, try and get something printed, or you can get something like this. So these all come off. You can see the cushions. These have zips, and the base has a zip as well, so you just unzip them and stick them in the washing machine. So I was always someone who was into candles, but now I feel like I'm obsessed with candles and diffusers and things like that. It just makes your house smell really nice and it just looks beautiful. Like if you're throwing a dinner party or you want to just sit down and light a candle that smells great in the evening, or in the day if you just want to light your diffuser, it just like sends you into a different place. You're like, okay, mirrors are a huge part of our house, and we kind of use mirrors as art, which is a really inexpensive option. Like I know when you're maybe starting out and just moving into a new place, you don't possibly have a lot of art that you can put up on the walls, or you don't want to spend a lot on art, you just want to collect art over the years. So a great option initially is to get mirrors and use them instead of art. This guy is mirror number 1. Hello, he's my favorite. I shouldn't say that in front of the other mirrors. Then we have these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, mismatched. These two are a set. These two are just like a mix of things. This was also actually a mirror, but the mirror broke, so we just used it as a frame, but it would have been mirror number 3. Then we have a mirror above our bed as well. Hello. This one is my absolute favorite. Now, glass bottles are probably the easiest thing to get. Like if you're in Bombay, you can get these at Chor Bazaar or thrift stores or garage sales, things like that. In Bombay, they're really accessible. I'm pretty sure most cities have like this old market where you can buy old stuff. They're really cheap. They probably sell them like by the dozen. I had a lot of these from like my great aunt. She had a lot of these in her house, and I have those here. And we also got some from Chor Bazaar. They just dress up like a spot or a corner. Even if you're looking for a conversation starter, Chor Bazaar is actually great for that as well. You get lots of quirky old posters, retro stuff, even things like my phone you could easily get there. So we have a lot of glass bottles here and in other areas of the house. So that one is number 1, which is just a random big glass thing from Chor Bazaar. Again, Chor Bazaar. This came free with something. And here we have some more bottles from Chor Bazaar. Now this really is the glass corner of the house because it has, I think, the most glass. So we have these, which are glass candle stands, which came from my great aunt's house. Again, these are bottles that came from a house, but you can get all of this at Chor Bazaar or markets like that really easily. So these are old perfume bottles, but they're absolutely beautiful. I've never seen anything like them. So we've actually put them out here with Vaibhav's old glass chess set. So yeah, just this corner has a lot of glass stuff. Now pictures. You guys know I'm a big picture fan, and I love to have photographs around the house. I feel like, again, your house needs to tell a story about you, about your family, and just things that are important to you. So you might want to have like old memories. I think black and white pictures are great, like if you have old family pictures, to put those up, or pictures from your wedding or family. Just like, it's really nice to have pictures around the house. Now this I have learned. I've always been messy as a person, and I've always had stuff lying around. But if you're smart and you decorate in a manner that you have space for all your stuff that you can put away, it's not lying around the house. I have not cleaned for today. This is pretty much how our house looks all the time. And we do have our junk stored away. I will show you where, but don't tell anyone. This is pretty much where all our stuff is. So this cabinet actually has lots of storage space. So this one has like my camera equipment, printer, stationery, stuff like that. So this is my drawer for all my stuff. Vaibhav's drawer is on the bottom for all his stuff. Then on the other side, this one is for all our unironed clothes. So when we do the laundry and we have to iron the clothes, we put all the unironed stuff here, so there's no clothes lying around. For extra home stuff, candles, home decor stuff that's extra. This has all our plates and stuff like that. So if you create like one storage area like this, that can hold a lot of stuff and keep your living room clean all the time. And last but not the least, do not ignore your bathroom. Make sure you have some interesting pieces in the bathroom as well. So our toilet is grey, as you can see, and we just want to add some poppy elements. So we have a little cat here. So I don't know if you guys remember this from my Bali haul. I bought this when I was on the trip with my parents. So a lot of people would save something like this for the outside or like the back of your bedroom door or things like that, but I feel like, you're always in the bathroom, you see it like all the time, and I think it's a great place for our hand towel. Then element number 2 are these tiles. So Vaibhav and me bought these in Spain when we were on our holiday. These are the bullfighting posters converted into tiles. Now when we got them, we didn't really have a plan as to where they would go or a house, but Now they're here. So guys, those were my home decor tips and tricks for you. If you have any, please leave them in the comments for me and anyone that's watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys soon. Bye.